In this video, we're going to be talking about grants for the month of December. A $1,000 grant, a $3,000 grant, a $10,000 grant, a $15,000 grant, and a $200,000 grant for individuals. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So, if you'd like to know what these new grants are for the month of December, those that are expiring that need to apply now, make sure you watch the video to the end and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So, we're going to be sharing with you new grants every month, from personal grants to financial grants to small business grants to emergency assistance grants to easy grants and much more. And we're going to be updating our calendar section at my website AskRinde.com, and you can view our calendar section for the latest updates on grants. We also have a few seats left for our upcoming Grants Masterclass this month, where we teach you how to get multiple grants, monthly grants, large grants, and much more. Number 1, Phoenix, Arizona. $15,000 in grants. So the Phoenix City Council just recently announced a new micro and small business grant program called the PHXBIZ grants. So this grant program is part of the $8 million that's been allocated from the America's Rescue Plan for the city for small businesses. And the grant program was created primarily to be able to help small businesses cover expenses that are categorized as deductible expenses, such as rent, mortgage, payroll expenses, etc. And the great thing about these grants is that they're flexible grants, meaning that they're making the grants easier for small businesses to apply for and receive. The goal is to help these small businesses get the money that they need to be able to get back on track. So to qualify, your business must have been located within Phoenix for at least 1 year, and you also have to demonstrate a 25% loss of revenue due to the pandemic. In addition to that, based on employees, companies will receive between $3,000 and $15,000 in grants. To apply and get more information on this grant, you can go directly to their website at phoenix.gov/PHXBIZ grants. You can also get the application and more information on this particular grant in our resource area. Number 2, surprise stimulus checks and financial grants for college students. $3,000 to $10,000 in grants. So, students across the country will be getting grants before Christmas. Thanks to the Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund under the America's Rescue Act, over $40 billion has been allocated for pandemic relief for students. So colleges are starting to send out stimulus checks and also grants to students all across the country. Thousands of colleges have received these funds, and they've started to send out these grants to students in multiple tranches. Colleges that have already distributed and given out grants to students include Bushnell, Meharry College, Penn State, and many more. And there's much more money and grants coming from many other colleges. And these colleges are distributing the funds via either block grants and in some cases, minimum base grants. So for this month in December, Duke University is due to send out grants between $1,750 and $3,000. Also, CUNY, City University of New York college students are due to receive grant money this month. So to be eligible, students need to be enrolled in classes on or after March 13th and also demonstrate exceptional need. In addition to that, additional criteria they may look at is expected family contribution and also number of college credits. So the deadline to apply for these grants this month is based on their school and on their online application. And the funds will be dispersed either via direct deposit if the student elected it or picking up a check from the cashier's office. So we've actually added a list of all the available colleges with grants and stimulus checks for students in our resource area. Number 3. AskRinde grants, individual and small business grants, up to $1,000 in grants. So this is a launch and beginning of our grant program here at AskRinde, and this is something that my mom and I have wanted to do for a long time. So these are private grants funded by us, and we wanted to set up a grant program where we can actually give to people who really need an opportunity. So that could be an individual who's going through a tough time that may need funds that can really make a difference. It can also be a small business, a startup, who actually needs the funds to be able to get their business off the ground or to keep their business going to the next season. So we wanted to actually have a grant program that would make a clear difference and also not make it as stringent and difficult for people to be able to get access to the funds. So again, we wanted to start and launch the program, and we do plan to scale up. So we will be announcing open enrollment this month here on my channel and also on my Instagram in a video. So make sure you stay tuned to be able to get notice when we do make the announcement of open enrollment for the AskRinde grant. And we're looking forward to being a blessing and making an impact where we can. So to get more details and to stay up to date on our program launch, make sure you actually go to my website AskRinde.com and get on our mailing list. Number 4, Morris County, New Jersey, $15,000 in grants. So the Morris County Board Commissioner just recently announced the Morris County Small Business Grant Program. So these are reimbursement grants, and this program is aimed at helping small businesses recover expenses incurred after March 1st of 2021. So the funds are part of the America's Rescue Plan, and to qualify, the business has to have less than 25 employees. They have to actually be located within Morris County, New Jersey. They have to have been open since January of 2019, and they also have to have revenues that are less than $5 million annually. Now, details for this program and the application process has not begun yet, but the program has officially launched, which means that they will be releasing that information very soon. So we're actually going to be including all that information in our resource area for you, where you can actually find out more details on this specific program and how you can actually apply for this grant to be able to receive $15,000 in reimbursement grants. Number 5, the New York Startup Business Plan Competition, $15,000 in grants. So the New York Public Library just recently announced their 12th annual New York Startup Business Plan Competition. So this is an opportunity for startups and entrepreneurs to be able to receive up to $15,000 in grants. So past winners of the startup competition have been fitness businesses, food businesses, learning lounges, watch companies, and much more. So to qualify, your business must be located in Manhattan, the Bronx, or Staten Island. There's also additional criteria such as you have to attend a virtual orientation. You also must submit an entry form online and also attend training workshops. Now these are specifically for for-profit businesses only. So only for-profit businesses can actually go for the startup competition. And for the first prize, they're going to be giving $15,000. And for the second prize, they're going to be giving $7,500 to the second prize winner. The deadline to apply for this grant is January 31st of 2022. You can also download their application and more details in our resource area. Number 6, the David Prize, $200,000 in grants. So the David Prize grant is a grant for everyone. This is an individual grant established by the Walenta Families Foundation in New York City. And the unique thing about this grant is there's no strings attached approach. The grant can be applied for whether you're a for-profit business or an individual. Now the grant is primarily for New York residents, and the awesome thing about this grant is that you can apply for the grant, but you can also nominate someone for the grant. So meaning that if you don't live in New York and you have a family or colleague or co-worker or a relative that lives in New York, you can actually nominate them for the grant. So this is an annual and a rolling grant, meaning that they're going to have other rounds. The deadline to apply for this grant is December 21st. And you can get more information by going to their website, thedavidprize.org. So we're going to be leaving the details for these grants and all the other grants that we did not cover in this video in our resource area. You can access our resource area by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. Also, we have a few seats left for our upcoming grants masterclass. So if you'd like to get more information on how to get multiple grants, how to get grants on a monthly basis, how to get substantial grants, mid-sized grants, small grants, and much more, make sure you join us for our grants masterclass by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.